Hi everyone and welcome back to Space Engineers. This is a new series and today's series is all about build along. So if you were watching episode 14 you would have noticed two things. One, at the end of the episode we got annihilated and at one point we even had to use some admin help to get back to normal. We had to reload from saves. The base got destroyed. And that's prompted the need now to start building ships that can defend themselves. So today, we're going to be building an attacking ship of some kind that hopefully can survive against the bases. So we need to think about armor, defense. We need to think about everything necessary. The other thing you might have noticed is, like an idiot, I absolutely forgot to record my desktop audio. Oh, so annoying. But not today. Today we have the clings and the clangs. See? And to be honest, I don't use creative. I don't know how to delete blocks. So this could get frustrating. Now, I better check that. But anyway, today we are going to be just building a ship. Something that is worthy of attacking other things. It's got to have a lot of maneuverability. It's got to have a bit of armor defense. And we're going to hopefully use it to destroy things. So we will see what happens, I guess. Okay, let's crack on. Okay, welcome back. Let's see if we can get something up and working here. So first, let's rotate this around the right way. Now, the goal here is I want to create something that, although it is going to end up looking rubbish, I'd prefer it not to start looking rubbish. And I want it to be quite sleek. So I won't be using my favorite cockpit, which is this one. I use it for everything. What else we got here? Oh, I've never actually placed this cockpit, I don't think. Somewhere around there. This is handy because I do want a gun on the front, and that means I'll be able to aim it. Large connector on the back. Okay, so that actually needs to be connected up to stuff. So let's have a look under here. Never actually been under? Oh, there's another little one there. Okay, interesting. So I don't know what we're going to put there. We need to get some batteries on. And I think what we'll do is we'll start with, you know, function over form. So we're definitely having some form of gun turret on here. Let's grab the small grid conveyor. Where is it? There it is. Boom. So, question is, how many of these can we put on? So I'd assume 2 guns on the front is good enough? Or do you think we want to go for 3? Really want to do some damage though. I think I'm going to go with 3. I've got a conveyor under here, so I can absolutely just connect something straight underneath. So we could do that, but that is very vulnerable. So what we're going to put here, and I haven't really decided if we're going to do hydrogen or not, but let's just grab a hydrogen tank and a cargo, because I have not given it any thought. Let's go roll one of those, and grab a cargo as well. How big would that cargo container be on there? I mean, okay. Now, obviously, it's better when you place it in the right place. Something like that. So that's not too bad. And it gives us place to put thrusters. Do I need cargo? I don't need cargo on here. I do need batteries though. And I might as well put all the explosive stuff together, I guess. Question is where? Because I'm going to need a way of connecting this to a ship. So I can't really put it there. Because I'm going to need a connector of some kind. Can we get up here? Let's have a look. So I'm going to use a combination of atmospheric and I'm going to need cargo containers, aren't I? It's no good. I have to have cargo containers. I just want to make sure it's actually up and down. Because in my head, batteries do go on the side. Like this. But now I'm not blocking those conveyor ports and I can do something with them. Which is fine. Come up here. Now, so that doesn't look too bad now because it kind of follows that. The question is, what do I want to do on the side? I know I've got these here. I kind of want some more. Like, I want this to come out a bit more. So maybe we go back to this palette and just work out how do we come out from the side. So I'm looking for heavy armor to cover the sensitive things. Like, so these bits, heavy armor, and then we're going to come out more. But I also then want conveyor tubes coming out again covered in armor. So let's do the conveyors, right? Because we're not actually necessarily going to have anything coming out here, but we come out 3, and let's put this into a junction, because then we can get kind of a width of the vessel. Come out 3, put a conveyor junction in here, because then what I'm thinking is even here, so that would be on top there. How do we rotate this one? So again, I wouldn't. So I'm not going to put a gun here because I use that for thrust, but I will put one underneath. And this is, and don't get me wrong, this is overkill. It's absolute overkill. But my plan is to destroy anything on my route in. I have no idea if this is really going to work, but that cargo container is going to be absolutely full of ammunition, and we are just going to destroy everything because it upset me and now it's going to die. That simple. Okay, offensive wise, I think that's enough. I mean, they just have to get roughly in front of me and they're kind of dead. So question is, we don't need a camera on here, do we? Because that would be silly. But let's see. If we know, where is it? Where'd they go? These ones. So, again, we know these are vital. So I'm just going to put heavy armor blocks around everything that I consider vital. Okay, I think we've placed enough blocks now. Let's speed this up and get to a point where we can fly the ship. Okay, welcome back. I've finished doing the front, the backs, and the sides. And one thing I did do was I just extended it back by another medium cargo container. It's not going to give it a lot of extra cargo space, and this isn't meant to have cargo space. It's just I'm using it as a great little filler block. So yeah, it is what it is. Now, if we look here, we've got a connector on the back. I need a way of getting hydrogen into the ship, obviously, and for charging it, so that's what we're going to plan on doing. I've also, I mean, you can't really see it here, but there's a few blocks underneath as well. So we need to do a couple of things. One, I need to work out how I get hydrogen in this thing. I have no idea. And I have no idea how much hydrogen is even in here to start with. So let's find out, I guess. Hydrogen tank, 50%. That's probably good enough for what we're doing. What are the batteries at? Let's show them on here. 3 days. Stored power 1 megawatt. Yeah, I mean it's probably fine, right? So that's the gun set up now on there. Now I'm invincible, so I don't have to worry about anything else. I guess there's a target over there. Should we might as well go and see what we can do about it, I guess. No. Okay, well, we attacked. How much survived? Okay, welcome back. Now, what I want to do is I want to paint. Now, what I think I'll do is we'll start with a crisp, clean pattern. And I believe if I middle mouse click, I can paint. But if I shift control and click, I should paint the whole thing. Boom. That gives me a base color to work from, and that is a bit garish, I would say. Let's get rid of that UI. So maybe we want to try a slightly darker color than that, or a slightly more, how do we say it? Well, it's nice. It's a brand new ship. It's relatively clean, but maybe it should look a battered. Let's try battered in white and see what that looks like. Ooh, it looks held together with rivets, which I guess it is. So there must be something in the middle. I think we go for the battered, but we go for a slightly grayer tone as a base color. So all I'm looking for at the moment is just a color that works as a base. There you go. So that's not too bad. And it looks a bit more industrial. Now, I'm not going to camouflage it. There's no point. It looks very, looks like a prototype, doesn't it? Which I guess it is. But then the question is, could we add some vibrancy to it? And if we do, where and why? I actually quite like it looking like this. It reminds me of the old MiGs. But I think we need some colour. Question is, what colour? Normally I'd go quite bright, but I think it's going to work for this. See, that's just a highlight. I'm just going to add this highlight in. Because it's just going to make it... It sounds silly, but the highlight will just give it a bit of depth. And the reason I'm highlighting the front more than anything else is because if you imagine it's flying through the air a lot, the front is constantly hit with wind, rain, water. So I'm not looking at this as in it's cleaned. I'm looking at it as the sense that compared to the rest of it, it's probably just getting abraded. Where we got these gun turrets, it needs to be quite a bit darker, like it needs to stand out darker. There you go. Just on the tips here. So that will add a bit more definition. Again, if the other bits are cleaner, these are dirtier from having been firing too many shots. And again, around these atmo thrusters maybe. And maybe that's a good shout to get some colour in here as well. I just want to change, that's already darker, isn't it? Yep. That one and that one. Accidentally paint the floor. Right, now let's pick another colour. So we've got some darker colour on the bottom. Oh, we need to do this around here as well. This will also all be dark, as well as this bit. There you go. So, if we got that, then I guess the question is, do we want to put something like this on? If we do, where do we stick it? Let's see what this looks like on the top here. It's going to be right next to the two different colours. Yeah, okay. See how it just lightens it slightly? Again, I'm not looking for massive colour change here. This is maybe too, I don't want to say subtle, but maybe it's a bit too little for some people. Some people really like to have a strong colour, and I don't think it's necessary. Not for what we're doing anyway. We can just bring this all the way to the back, apart from that very last bit. And we'll just bring it onto here a little bit, but not too much. So we can go onto that block. This is a little bit weird, and I think I don't want to say it's a Marmite ship, but I'm thinking of this more like, I don't want to say, is it Battlestar Galactica? You know, it's more shades of grey. The ships are more pragmatic. The ships are more practical because, you know, they're fighting a war. They don't have time for the pleasantries. It's literally just what works is what they get. So I'm trying to think of it like that rather than, you know, some pristine warship that has never seen the light of day. Hence the shades of grey. Now the only question I have is there too many shades of grey down here? Like if we add some lighter colours under here, what happens? We can bring this light colour into there. We could also bring it down the side here as well, to be honest. Just like that. Remember, this is a different shade to the rest of the ship as well, and to the one I'm using now, so it's got, although it looks like one colour, there's several colours on this ship. So I think we're at the point where we can say this is done. It's been great having everyone join us for this episode. And, you know, this is a new series that we're starting. So we will be doing more of these build-alongs. So we're definitely going to be building at least a scout ship next, because I need a ship to get around and try and find ice on my Let's Play. So we'll definitely be building one of those. And I'm thinking of building a large grid sort of mobile base. There was a YouTuber I was watching called Kenjeshi, I think the name was. And they had a mobile base in like a H shape. So I'm definitely going to try and avoid making it H shaped. But it was just a great concept in the sense that you can go into atmosphere with it, you can land on the moon, so it's hydrogen powered for sure. But it just helps with being able to, you know, set up somewhere new. So for example, if I ever end up going to Mars, then having a portable base is a really useful thing. But it's not something that we have at the moment, or even the capability. But we can't get onto that until, you know, the reality is we must get rid of the enemy threat that is nearby, and then we can worry about everything else. Alright, well, thanks for joining us. That's the end of the episode. I think we finished the ship quite well, and we'll see you in the next episode, where hopefully we'll be building a scout ship, which will be next Wednesday. And then, hopefully, assuming this ship holds up well in a battle, we'll be destroying a load of bases in and around the Let's Play series. So if you want to see the ship in action, then check out the Let's Play, and I'll be linking to the previous episode at the end of this video as well. Alright, fly safe.